And this is my continuing coverage of the health care bill. I know it's a law, but when I started covering this, of course, it was a bill. We are right now on page number 64, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about this continued operation of market outside of exchanges. Okay, now, when it comes to employers, not only can an employer enroll himself into a health insurance that is not offered on the state exchange or the federal exchange, okay, but he can also enroll his employees into a health insurance that is not offered on an exchange. Okay? So, just wanted to clear that up. Continued operation of state benefit requirements. Nothing in this title shall be construed to terminate, abridge, or limit the operation of any requirement under state law with respect to any policy or plan that is offered outside of exchange to offer benefits. In other words, if the states have regulations that have been imposed on a health insurance plan that is offered outside the exchange, then the federal law will not supersede the state law. Okay. Voluntary nature of an exchange. Choice to enroll or not to enroll. Nothing in this title shall be construed to restrict the choice of a qualified individual to enroll or not enroll in a qualified health plan or to participate in an exchange. Okay, in other words, if somebody wanted to enroll in a health insurance program that is not offered on the exchange, they can do that, and they don't have to enroll in a health insurance program that is on the exchange. Okay, so if the guy says, hey, look, I've looked at all the plans on the exchange and I don't like any of them, I can enroll on this other health plan that's not on the exchange and I'll be just fine. Prohibition against compelled enrollment. Nothing in this title shall be construed to compel an individual to enroll in a qualified health plan or to participate in an exchange. Okay. Individuals allowed to enroll in any plan. A qualified individual may enroll in any qualified health plan except that in the case of a catastrophic plan described in Section 1302, a qualified individual may enroll in the plan only if the individual is eligible to enroll in the plan under Section 1302E2. Okay, now we covered Section 1302 in a previous video, so I won't even get into that. So, the individual will not be restricted on which health plan he can enroll into. He can enroll in practically any health plan he wants. Okay? Members of Congress in the exchange. Now this one might be interesting. Requirement. Notwithstanding any other provision of law, at the effective date of this subtitle, the only health plans that the federal government may make available to members of Congress and congressional staff with respect to their service as a member of Congress or congressional staff shall be health plans that are created under this act or an amendment made by this act or offered through an exchange established under this act or an amendment made by this act. Okay? So, if the health care program has been created by this act, or it's part of an exchange which was created by this act, that's the only plans that these members of Congress can choose from. Definitions. In this section, member of Congress, the term member of Congress means any member of the House of Representatives or the Senate. Okay, we have 2 senators here in Illinois, and we have a whole slew of members of the House of Representatives that we send to Washington each and every year. And these people are members of Congress. Congressional staff. The term congressional staff means all full-time and part-time employees employed by the official office of a member of Congress, whether in Washington, D.C. or outside of Washington, D.C. Okay. Let's say, for an example, In Illinois, we have a senator named Dick Durbin. If he employs a stenographer, then that stenographer would be considered a member of his congressional staff. Okay? If he employs a personal assistant, that personal assistant would be considered a member of the congressional staff, so on and so forth. All right. No penalty for transferring to minimum essential coverage outside the exchange. An exchange or a qualified health plan offered through an exchange shall not impose any penalty or other fee on an individual who cancels enrollment in a plan because the individual becomes ineligible for minimum essential coverage as defined in Section 5000 AF of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 without regard to paragraph 1C or D thereof, or such coverage becomes affordable within the meaning of Section 36B, C, 2C of such code. What this means is, let's say a guy enrolls in a health plan within the exchange. Well, then later on he becomes eligible for a health plan outside the exchange. And he decides that the health plan outside the exchange is actually better than the one that's on the inside. Well, the plan on the inside of the exchange can't say to him, look, we're going to impose you a penalty because you're going outside the exchange to get your health insurance. They can't do that. So, there you go. Enrollment through agents or brokers. The Secretary shall establish procedures under which a state may allow agents or brokers to enroll individuals in any qualified health plans in the individual or small group markets as soon as the plan is offered through an exchange in the state, and to assist individuals in applying for premium tax credits and cost-sharing reductions for plans sold through an exchange. Okay, so what the Secretary does, this is the Secretary of Health and Human Services, he establishes procedures to allow these agents or brokers within a particular, say like the state of Illinois. We have agents and brokers of health insurance plans here in the state of Illinois. And the Secretary of Health and Human Services develops procedures that they have to follow in order to be compliant with the law. Okay. Such procedures may include the establishment of rate schedules for broker commissions paid by health benefit plans offered through an exchange. Qualified individuals and employers, access limited to citizens and lawful residents. Now, we are right now on page number 65. We are about to proceed to page number 66. I'm going to stop the video right here, and I will continue this in my next video. Stay tuned.